Hi, Joe Cerrone.
Al Rosen.
Welcome to CAD 116, Basic AutoCAD.
Today, we're going to go over getting started with AutoCAD Basic. As you see on the screen, this is getting started on January 1, 31, 21. We're going to be covering chapters 1 and 2, reading AutoCAD and applications, module 1 exercise. But before we get into it, we'd like to go over a couple minor things. You can see right below it, Zoom classroom meeting every week. That is going to be to click that area. It automatically goes to the Zoom meeting area, and you log right into it. And that's going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning and whenever we get a chance to finish it. Below that, you'll see links, videos, and PDFs. What we have done, we have basically broken it down what we'll be looking at. Thank you, Joe. What we're looking at now. If you have some problems logging into D2L, all you have to do is hover over where the blue area, and everything is blue, yellow, green, whatever else. We have it all broken down in different colors, but besides that, we get that later.
And maybe Al color coded everything last semester. And so Al does the D2L work, and I do a lot of the lectures. And so Al's got these color coded so that if they're blue, they link to text. And so if you click on any of the blue links, they'll link to these documents that are relative to what we need to do.
Correct. And
the green ones are for CAD work. And so if you click on this one right here, you'll be able to get the title block for our first assignment, which looks kind of like this, where we'll do these plate assignments.
Which are very easy to do and fun.
I think they take a little while to learn to navigate through the course, but that's the way we have the course set up. We try to make it make sense. And so it's a lot of basic skills.
Yeah. And like I said, we have a good time. You see a little statement from Joe and myself. If our students cannot learn in the way we are teaching, we must teach the way our students learn. What that basically means is we want the students to get as much out of the course as possible. We want you to ask questions. We want to come back and forth, want hands-on information going back and forth. And that's what's good about our courses. So,
and then lastly, in our color coding, purple. So we have 3 colors. We have blue, green, and purple. And the purple are videos. And so we've got the course kind of set up. And what we do is we do videos of how to do the assignments. And so this is a video on how to do the first assignment. We broadcast these on YouTube. And Al and I usually hang out in Florida, right, Al?
Correct. Especially on these kind of days. Nobody'd like to be in Florida, Hawaii, Mexico. But by the way, you might be there anyways because it's video conferencing.
That's right. I know a lot of people are probably out using their snow blowers and shovels right now.
Now, if for some reason you cannot download the software or you have problems with that, if you have a Macintosh and whatever else, there says how to set up a VPN, which is really nice. If you have Chromebook, Macintosh, or Windows One, what that does is allows you to go from your machine over the internet into Open's basic labs. And then you can pick out what lab you want. We're liking that 134, which is a better lab for you. And you pick out AutoCAD, and you don't have to download the software. It automatically is the true 100% AutoCAD software that we would use if we're in class.
So if you have a Macintosh computer, or if you're on a slower computer, a VPN is a really effective way to be able to access AutoCAD on the school computers. It takes a little work to get it set up, but we have it right here. And if you just follow these instructions for the Global Connect VPN software, you can then just dial into the remote access port and you can run the computers from the school. I really like having the software on my laptop. And so we do have the digital instructional materials, and let's talk about that.
Fantastic. What we've done this year is gone all digital. What that means is you get the digital book for you. All our stuff is digital, ready to use and download for you anytime you want. Plus the book is downloadable for you. And all you have to do is go into the bookstore virtually, call them or for email, and go into it and purchase our digital textbook. Then when it comes back, you will get a number, an activation script number. So Joe, if you click on that activation, click on, you see it highlight, click on it. It automatically come up and go back down just lightly. It says log if you have it already done so. And it says logs in and says there is how to do it. And you just go right to it. So you go down and it says key code, there it is. Click on it, put your activation code into it, and you're active. Nice.
Super nice. So it makes it easier to be able to get the textbook, and it works really quite well, I think, in today's environment. And so you don't have to carry this big 3-inch thick textbook. We were doing that for years, but it just seems that everybody's starting to get away from paper. And the digital access will not only give you the textbook content, but it will also give you content to the exercises at the end of the chapters and the quizzes.
Joe, you're in the wrong one. Click on old W1, please.
Whoops, somehow I got out of that.
It happens.
I'm
It's
sure it's
electronic. See, we all have trouble with sometimes electronic stuff.
There we are.
There we go. And if you go down a little bit more, there we go. And that's basically what comes down, quizzes and everything else. The free software is all ready to go right there. And all you have to do is basically go in where it says free software right below. You left click on it. And go down where it says software, up top, please. There we go. And then just download what you need to do. Joe, you're on your name, not student name, by the way.
I'll go back to it in a minute, but I think we're okay for right now. So students can download and get the software. You can just go through the step-by-step details on how to do that. Al has this set up so that when you're an instructor, you have more content to visible see. So I'm going to switch over to student view and go back. And so here's the link to students.autodesk.com. And students are able to log in.
And if you can't log in, you can make your own connection to it.
And then there's free software where it's under education. Is that correct?
No, under menu, please, on the right-hand top side. Move our things down, please, our screws, things.
I can't get up there.
Okay, so it's on the menu on the right-hand top side.
Yeah, if I could figure that out, I would. Let's see if maybe I zoom this down. No, I thought it was under education.
No,
And then,
it's on the menu.
No, you're right. Because you want to be careful not to get the
38 script.
the commercial version, correct.
What you want to do is go to menu on the top right-hand side. Once you click on the top right-hand side, menu go down to download software. There's 2 download softwares into it. You want to make sure your download for educational, student educational, and that will get you into area of software you want to do. You log in as a new subscriber to it and download the software. Now, the difference between full-blown and educational, Joe, is what?
Educational has a stamp that it puts onto it. And so when you use the student version of the software, it will mark it with a printing thing that says it was done on a student version.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how to get the student version of the software. We're at 9 minutes, Al, so let's take a look at the syllabus and the outline of topics. And what we try to do is a 10-minute weekly Zoom video for the people who don't make it. And then we'll cut another video to talk about the first group of assignments.
Okay, Joe, let's explain to them how to get there. First one is on splash page right there in front of us. You go down a little bit, keep going down a little right there. You up. There we go. You'll say spring, it says syllabus. So if you click on the syllabus there or go to content, either way does a great job and you can see what it looks like. And Joe, if we can make that a little bit larger. Thank you very much. And that's our syllabus. Joe, you want to go through that a little bit?
Sure. Basic AutoCAD, CAD 116. Best way to get a hold of us is to email us in D2L. And so you can hit the little email link or the instant message in D2L. My phone is forwarded to my cell because we're working remotely in the pandemic. So the easiest way is by email, but if you do need to talk to me, you can call me and it'll be forwarded. It's the first course in AutoCAD, so it's a basic course. We take you from the start of how to use the CAD system. We do work with architectural and engineering type work and some 3D. And so it's kind of a general design course. And we find that a lot of people like that from a standpoint of you don't have to be an engineer or an architect to be successful in the course. So our objectives are to be able to analyze and solve drawing problems and using a CAD system. Other things that are just standard with college work, academic integrity. You want to make sure that you do your own work and that you follow the way that the college works. There's a handbook for student conduct. We'll go through the outline of topics. And our methods for instructions are basically textbook readings and video tutorials and hands-on exercises. And so we have these reading exercises and then we have these labs. And Al and I have been doing the course for quite some time. So we have a really well laid out curriculum for you.
And by the way, there's quizzes and test floors all set up ready to go. We're also going to be using HonorLock for tests, by the way, and we'll get in that later on.
So you'll have digital access to this textbook. And so in the past, we would tell people buy the book, but not anymore. We don't want you to buy the hard copy of the book because you want to have the access to the course shell. And so to have access, you have to buy the digital version to be able to use it to the full extent. But it's pretty straightforward. I think that's the way that most of the things are getting done now in the way we're working. As far as things go, it's primarily drawing labs and some testing. The scores are 90, 80, 70, 60 for A, B, C, and D. And so it's a pretty standard outline for A, B, C, D. If you have any other, any special needs or anything like that, Oakton's a very good place to have support. And so if you do need any assistance or anything, you can contact us and we can direct you to where you can get those resources. Back to our main splash page, let's take a look at the sequence of topics and then we'll wrap up our introductory video. So every week we'll go through a chapter or two. Remember, the blue is the reading assignments and the green are the CAD assignments. And so module 1 exercises, you'll go and you'll click on the content tab and then you'll go to module 1. You'll have the readings for chapter 1 and chapter 2 from our textbook. And then each week we'll cover 1 or 2 chapters.
And as you can see, there's one in area of red for chapter 2, mod 2. There's a quiz that goes along with it.
Exactly. And so we have these quizzes that link to the reading assignments so that we can do our assessment and so that everything kind of works together. And so we'll cover things from basic drawing and editing commands. Essentially, in the beginning, we just do a lot of general design type work. And then as we go through and work on these assignments, we'll do things like working with multi-view drawings, arranging patterns and objects. We have a spring break in mid-March. We go through dimensioning applications for mechanical and architectural. We go through utility commands like how to measure area and analyze drawings. Because CAD is used for a lot of different things, not just architecture and mechanical, but facilities management uses it and things like that. And so we'll go through all these different areas. And then we have these quizzes that are linked to those exams. And then to the course. And then when we do take the midterm and the final, we have to use a proctoring software called HonorLock. And so students will need to purchase the HonorLock system, which is about $7 a test, or I think it's $11 for the whole semester. And so we recommend that you do the $11 whole sequence of tests for the semester through HonorLock. And we'll talk to you about that as we get closer to the midterm.
And I believe if you take other courses, the HonorLock is automatically, if you pay $11, goes along with theirs and ours, any other courses.
So our first assignment, and then we'll end this video. Our first assignment is located under content and then under module 1. And our first assignment will consist of creating these 5 different drawing plates. And we have a video on how to do that exercise. Here are the PDFs. And so if you click on a PDF, this is the drawing assignment. We've located these in D2L now, so you don't have to go and access it over the network. But essentially, we're going to go through and draw these plate drawings. And then once we have them drawn, we'll turn them into our assignments folder. And so when you go and you click on the assignment for the title block, you'll get a blank title block, and then we will go through how to draw these. I'm going to set my workspace up and then go to a line command.
What's nice about the assignments is it can be done 2 ways. If Joe's finished with this drawing, he hands it in as a completed drawing and puts a comment to it if he wants to, or he goes, well, I'm having problems with this. Can you help us? Put it in assignments, and instead of saying drop it in for a grade, just say put in the comments that, please, Joel, can you take a look at this, see what I've done wrong, talk to me, see what it is, and we set up time for it, or we send some information back to you. That's a 2-way street going back and forth.
Right. And so as we start to wrap this up, because we're about 15 minutes into our video, the introductory Zoom meeting video, we will post this and record it right here. And we'll come back with a second video for how to do just the basic assignments. With that, we look forward to seeing you online next week. And that ends this first Zoom recording.
Be safe and stay warm.